I wanted to get this in the picture here. It's something that my mom got me um, years ago, probably about 2010, I think. But it sits in my dad's room and with his stuff. But I wanted to put it in this video right here. But all I can do is show you it, to display it like this. And that's all I can do. I can't put it in the actual video because it'll mess the thing up. So anyway, so lies and deceit. We've got Obama going around telling the military all this quirky bullshit. I'm sick and tired of hearing him going around giving apology tours for one, going and telling the other people, "Oh, we're sorry that America did that." When America had no other choice but to do some shit that it's had to do in its past and is not guilty of shit. America don't feel guilty just because some skinny, twerpy little fucking sitting duck, lame duck, fucking no fucking good idea having fucking bum is in the White House because somehow that society made them really fucking good with words. Like he got in front of all those people and just knew how to say the right fucking words to make all them thrilled and think, yeah, this guy's really down for our nation and for our country. Even though he was talking all kinds of shit about Iraq, Guantanamo Bay, taxing the fuck out of you. Did you know that he was saying that before he became president? He said under his policies, he said that energy prices would necessarily skyrocket. So, and that goes into everything else that they've done. I want to know what they've spent money on that's so important. Did you know that the U.S. military and business run hand in hand? You know, every time that one of these cockamamie cocksuckers out here, Democrat or whatever the fuck you think, libertarian or whatever the fuck you think you are, you come out here and you have a debate with me about the fucking military and them having too much and having they don't even have a word in edgewise whenever it comes to these fucking pumping swines in Washington for one thing. But you got these fucking assholes. I thought some of them were my friend before. I thought I could actually talk to them and actually be friends with them, but fuck you. You're not my friend. You're a fucking bitch. And you know I'd whip your ass because that's what I'm like. Hey, not that I want to intend to break your legs, but that I can. But that I can, and you know it. So don't fuck around. Anyways, so he's sitting there telling me that that the military is too big and they spend too much money, on stuff on their own. Well, they do. There's a lot of things that the military does that they could budget better. The army, in particularly, can do. A lot of different military officers that are COs and people that are in charge in different places in the military actually do budgets and they try to save our nation money. And others don't. They don't really give a fuck. So there you have it. There's another person that should not be the leader. If you don't give a fuck how much money you're spending on my time and my dime, you should not be President Obama. And nobody should be in the military in charge of anybody if they've got that same kind of attitude that you have because you lack respect for the flag. You lack respect for the US flag and for every single other one of these flags. You don't respect them. They don't mean jack shit to you. They don't. So when we went I wanted to bring up this video that I did. You if you really want to see my video on it, you'll have to go look it up in my archives and dig it up for yourself because I'm not going to show it to you, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a video that I made where I did it here recently, and I said, well, Obama's going around talking to the military like he knows what he's talking about, blowing more smoke out of his stupid little faggot ass, telling the military whatever. And they blew up a U.S. Um, airplane that had a cargo plane that had all of the um, troops' votes on it. Well, they ended up saying these stupid MSNBCs and these stupid liberal fucking they gotta go. They gotta die too. You gotta murder them, just like the fucking pharmaceutical company. Big changes are gotta come to this place because this is This is way out of hand, out of shape, and it's just screwed up. So, anyways, they blew up the plane that had the troops ballots in it. I guess they said we're trying to say, oh no, it was on the way there. So, evidently on the way to Afghanistan, it blew up so that they wouldn't get like 50,000 votes or 100,000 votes or something like that. It was a lot of troops. I don't know if it was exactly 100,000 or anything like that. I don't know the numbers of our troops that were in there. All I know is that up to this point in time, we have rolled in and out hundreds and thousands of military veterans that have went and heard the shit. They know the bullshit. They know that not all of them, because there's some that will still confront you over some of this shit, like they're fucking smart or something, you know? I had somebody confront me at Portland State University one time, and this guy said he was in the, and he was like, he wanted to fuck, like he was gonna fight or something, and I was like, sit down, little boy. Some dog face, reserved dog face, was gonna tell me that Black Hawk Down happened when George Bush Sr. was president, and it wasn't Clinton. So there's a lot of things that people out here think, but they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like the one where people are trying to say, "Oh, well, the military spends too much money. They should have closed all those military bases. We shouldn't even have a military. Why do we even have a military?" We have a military because we have real enemies in the world. We did you know that the Saudis are business people too? Did you know that everybody in every other country is a business person, business wise? They try to think business on their feet, and here we have America needs to be punched and knocked down so that they don't stand up on their feet business wise. So business and the veterans go hand in hand. So Trump coming not being a veteran and him coming to save the day, it makes sense because they run hand in hand, and the military is designed to protect business and people's welfare out here. So if it comes down to it being private, you have enough money to live on your own or whatever, and you don't have to work or whatever it is that you do, then the military was designed to protect you in your own privacy or freely wherever you want to go, but not to bring terrorists into the United States. So what we found out, I was a military brat by the way, so I can get information and firsthand accounts of things. If you really want to try to push me on this one, I will I will give firsthand account notes. What I heard was that there was in the report that we did on uh, the cargo jet that blew up with the troops thing in there. MSNBC, or excuse me, the New York Times or somebody tried to get on that right away and say it was a hoax. It was not true. That did not happen. Okay, and then Michelle Malcolm from Fox News there, she went on to discover something, investigating it further. Come to find out that in different places in the world, um, that they said told the news. They even told the news about it that people in the military wouldn't be able to have their vote cast until 3 months after the election. So tell me why the military's, and it's not just for Obama. Always been it's always been that way. My father was in the Marines from 1969. He went to Vietnam, and in Vietnam the entire year of 69. So through the 70s and 80s, got out in 1990. So firsthand account from them. They said living up in New York in different liberal places like that up there that beat the shit up out of military people said you have to get out of the military if you want to vote. If you really seriously want to vote here, you want to register to vote or whatever, you'll have to get out because they lived in military housing and they did not accept the military housing people. Well, and it's the truth. It's absolute truth. So, in outrage, I'm bringing up a Numbers USA. It's like a it's a Memorial Day outrage is what it says. It's in my inbox. I was trying to look at the link to where I could uh, look at it, see if, because we would like to look at all of these states that are catering to illegal aliens. Or I didn't say, and it doesn't matter if people who are, um, you know, here legally or not. Why are they getting? Um, why would anybody get more benefits and be more benefited from society than a combat veteran? Than a combat veteran in particular. I don't know, but a lot of this stuff is a fucking driving force to be mad and upset and have true enemies. Map of every state. Here it is. Here's a map of every state. The orange, the orange indicates that that's what they're doing. They are, they give more benefits. They give more benefits to illegal aliens than they do our own veterans. In California, they're in the red. In Illinois, that shocks me. That's sad. If they're as bad as California, because California has that Barbara Boxer and Feinstein, and all those Democrats who think that their own personal wealth and everything is obtainable and quite feasible and is necessary, but the military, fuck, we gotta fuck them over, you know? Let's not, they don't deserve benefits. What do the fucking military deserve fucking benefits for? So then it was like, there they are. There's the states. If you want to know where they are, it's terrible. Is that supposed to be Arkansas? Hmm? What? Arkansas? Kansas? Texas? Arkansas was over here. It's not. So, Missouri. This is where we came from. Here. And we went through the, it's called, Diamond Lake. We went out Diamond Lake from when we left Oregon. And the way I described it was I didn't look back. Just like when God told them to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah, I left. I had buried a couple of different personal things or whatever to me from that place, and I just said, "See ya." I have no personal feelings or anything ties to that place anymore. It's a beautiful place, and where I drove in particular, Diamond Lake, goes right through the heart of Oregon's vast, uh, rainforest, or we say woods. They're phenomenal. The North Umpqua and stuff, but anyway, so that just yeah, I understand Arkansas. That's where my grandmother's from, is Arkansas, and my grandfather's from Oklahoma, and they traveled to California and ended up in like southern part of California, and that's where my dad is from, and where he grew up was California because of the Dust Bowl. my grandfather, my mother, my grandmother, or whatever, were affected in the Dust Bowl, and were with the people that migrated out of Oklahoma and headed to California. That's where our family comes from. So that's another whammy on people who think that they have a right to tell you that you don't know shit about shit. You didn't come from nowhere where you had to eat scraps or you seen people starve to death. Well, I hope you get cursed with that lie that you just told and spewed out of your mouth to where your tongue rots all the way down into your stomach. Your tongue literally, there's some kind of disease or something. Can I make it up? If I was a scientist in a lab, can I make a like a virus that if you lie, if you tell a lie, your tongue will rot up and it will rot all the way to your stomach? I want to know. I'll ask God. God, is there any way that I or you can or somebody can make some kind of virus for people's tongue to rot out of their face when they lie? So, anyways, we have propaganda. This is why Obama's going around telling everybody all these lies and everything, so much more. But guess what? He was already propagating and propaganding, should I say, and lying before this time. So the man is uh, anything uh, but good, but a good guy. He is a creep. He's a criminal. He's a liar. He's a thief. He's irresponsible. He's somebody who just talks shit out of their face. Probably sometimes just to hear themselves talk. They don't have any meaning. They don't have any purpose to what they're saying. They're not making any sense. They're not making any points. You know. So I would really, really like to see some people try to debate me right now. I'm really, really hard up for a debate. I haven't had to debate anybody here lately, and I'm getting fucking really fucking kind of uptight not having somebody to debate until that fucking punk is out of the White House. That faggot, punk ass faggot is out of there. I will be hard up for to hit head on, fucking butt heads with some fucking stupid fucking idiot liberal that hates Trump, some fucking stupid Trump protester. I have it in for them until that faggot is out of there. And then when Trump gets in there, I'm still gonna be watching my ass for you dirty fucking scumbag liars. The propaganda doesn't work on people who are wise to it. So I just put this in here so it'd be a reminder. So people who choose, who say talk shit out their face, talking about that and then that, it's unbelievable. So there you have it. The military, the military though runs hand in hand with business and are the reason why they're there. And I'm so glad that finally you have somebody like Donald Trump. I've always liked Trump. If Trump would have been a Democrat, that'd have been probably the only reason why I didn't like him. If he would have went on the Democrat ticket and when it went and pushed for some more Democrat bullshit, then I would be very disappointed with him. But since he did what he did, now I feel lucky. Now I'm like, wow, now finally I'm involved with something big, and it's bigger than Obama could ever be. It's exciting. So, um, I know that business works hand in hand, and finally somebody with business sense stepped up to the plate to become president or whatever he has to do, they have to do to admit that they understand that the military basically had a lot to do with why they are successful. Don't don't take away from people's success, okay? And this also goes into another thing that's very practical, makes a lot of sense in my mind. That the place is not going to go bankrupt if everybody has money. If I have money and I'm doing good, in my account, and I could just, if I wanted to, I could just get up and take a week vacation and any place in the world I wanted to go. I had $20,000 in my bank account, and it wasn't squandered down to it being, you know, blown up because of inflation, to where $20,000 is like 20,000 yen or something like that. You know, so I know yen is like a penny, or it's less than a penny over there, and I'm comparing an American dollar to something that is not a foreign currency, like a dollar that they have. So just to let you know that I meant to relate the US dollar to another dollar that is worthless. It's not even worth the paper it's printed on or whatever, but they keep printing it anyways for some reason, you know? So, um, uh, the place seems like it's more poorer and more broke, with people being more broke and displaced, and more people who shouldn't be operating in leadership roles are in leadership roles and should be getting their asses fired. Should have been fired way long ago. Obama should have been fired in 2012. So I have a lot of let's see, I think there's a lot of potential for America, but um, what is it? What was I gonna say? Like what George Bush used to say is optimistic. I'm optimistic with America. I think America could bounce back from this before too much more shit hits the fan. And the reason why the military is there is because of all of our welfare and business. So don't diss the military. Um, and yeah, I really needed to have more things scripted down, like written down. I have stuff written down right here, like Bush and the troops. Um, did you know that? I got a quiz for you. Did you know? I'll just tell you flat out without asking you to give me the answer. I'll just tell you the answer in the quiz. Did you know that George Bush, people talk shit all about George Bush. We all know that, right? There's a lot of people acting like they want Americans to hate him, right? They want us to hate him for Iraq and all this and that. But did you know that George Bush did more for the military than any other president in history? And President Ronald Reagan tried to do as much as he could while he was president for the military. So when Bush took over, it didn't surprise me that it wasn't Bushonomics that he went with. It was Reaganomics that Bush Jr. Used when he was president. So it was a continuation of Reaganomics, and so it was almost like Reagan doing all these things for the military. But I have so much respect for George Bush Jr. and what he did for the military people. And by God, you know, they're gonna they're not gonna live forever, you know. So what does it take to give some people happiness or joy, money or whatever it takes, if you know, if they're suffering while they live? The Democrats they made death panels and Obamacare. They don't give a fuck. The only thing they care about is money and their greedy ass paychecks and them getting more money. You know, so I think Obama needs to be busted down to less work, down to terrorist, down to a terrorist. He needs to be busted by a military or government down to a terrorist status of a terrorist, not the president. And they need to come clean with all this stuff. So I did a video on marijuana that was a little bit snippy. I'm a little bit jumpy and pissed. I don't understand how anybody could say that you don't have the right to do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't hurt other people. So I do have a bit of a libertarian sense, but that's my my libertarian sense is getting the better of me because of the Constitution and because of people's rights. So I see the rights of everybody on all sides. So I see, understand that it makes sense if people get into trouble or they do certain things, they shouldn't be allowed to have certain freedoms. But um, you know, a gun, owning a gun, shouldn't be one of them, and voting shouldn't be one of them either. So, no, you're gonna take how many more constitutional rights are you coming to take away? So there it is. Don't diss people because of their marijuana habit. It's 20 fucking 16. Fucking grow up. You know, I make a lot of jokes and stuff. And I do get serious, but that's how I keep a balance of things. You know, I joke a little bit here and there. People hear my joke and they don't like it. I bounce out, and I won't ever go there ever again. You know, it's like these uptight. Can I put a piece of coal up your ass real quick and come back and check it in 30 years? I'll put it. I'll lodge it right up your crack, like up up on the top above your butthole, so that when you poop, the coal will stay lodged in your ass, so that I can come back in 30 years and it'll be untampered with. And I'll get a fucking diamond. I'll split the cut with you.